Hello, YouTube! We are back! Me, Kamen Rider Fire, and my friend, Quincy. Gwen, focus!
Sorry.
Focus. So, right away, we're gonna get this out of the way. This has spoilers!
This is a spoiler episode.
Yes, I will do that. This is a spoiler episode! Do not watch if you don't want spoilers! Okay, so, now that we got the retards out of the way, let's talk about...
The retards.
Yeah, let's talk about, the time of the Doctor. Matt Smith's final episode.
And what a performance.
Yes!
What a performance.
So, since we are going to be uploading this later, then we're recording this. We're recording this right now on Christmas Day. We both have just seen the thing.
It's just about like 2.5 hours after the episode was released.
For me, it's about half an hour over here.
And if you haven't seen it yet, you should have recorded the farewell to Matt Smith. It was a great callback to everything that Matt Smith's done.
Yeah. So, since it is Christmas, I'm gonna let Quinn speak first.
I don't know if we're gonna be explaining the plot or anything.
Oh yeah, we're going in depth.
Well,
not scene by scene, but.
Oh, okay. I of course I love
Jenna Louise Coleman.
Yeah, I don't know if she just goes by Jenna now or just Jenna Louise. So, but yeah, I love her. I thought she was a great addition, and I'm glad to see that she was back for this. It's kind of interesting him dealing with Christmas tradition. You know, the Doctor usually doesn't stay in one spot, but he certainly did in this episode for 300 years, in fact. And I thought that, and even more, I think, because he changes quite rapidly in the episode. And seeing the Doctor age, that's something that we really haven't done. We've seen him transgress through regenerations, but we've never truly seen him age over that period of time. I mean, we've seen him rapidly age, like when the Master aged the Doctor with technology, but through just time itself. We've never seen the Doctor age by time itself. And just the toll it takes on someone, and just seeing him making sacrifices for his friends, and seeing him lose people. But I think of all the triumphs the Doctor's had, I think he's never risen higher than. I mean, they say that he's never risen higher at the Battle of Demon's Run, but I think this is the episode where he battles all his foes. He saves so many lives. He even saves one of the people he loves. And I was actually excited at the fact that we were introduced to the Papal Mainframe. It's referenced quite often, but especially in the Headless Monks episode. And we finally get to see the Papal Mainframe, and of course, it's run by a woman who loves the Doctor.
Every woman loves the Doctor. Every woman loves the Doctor.
And they've had a fling and such, and I love that. I like the idea that they brought back the nanomites from the Daleks, in the soldiers, and it was interesting to see that even the silence can be affected by the nanomite cloud, the nanomites of the Daleks. But still, that emotion still can fight it, even when you've been infected. I thought that was a great reintroduction to a lot of things. I love how they're opening with the Weeping Angels. That was fun. In snow, no less.
Yeah.
It looks like they were swimming in snow, like na 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 na. Wait, no, that's Batman. Na 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 na. Silent Angel, Weeping Angel, gonna get you.
I don't know. I still like. Weeping
Angel.
Yeah.
And just the farewell goodbye, I thought it was dragged on. It wasn't dragged on too much. I thought Peter Capaldi's entrance was a little quick, but maybe not that quick, but just the woof, and then he's there. And,
yeah. That was something I noticed. It's like, whoa, I'm Peter Capaldi now.
Yeah, and old. It's like, oh, I thought it was whoa old.
Well, Peter Capaldi is like 55 years old.
Yeah, but he's looking good. Looking good.
Yeah, he does. He looks really good.
He's certainly changed since the Vesuvius episode. Pompeii. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So if I slur or say some weird words, it's once again to make you guys be able to hear me. I have to hear the audio from my headsets, and so I can hear myself in my head, and it's kind of screwing up my thoughts.
We all can hear ourselves in our heads. It's when you hear three or four more other voices that things you should really worry.
Okay, so
can I say a couple more things?
Yeah, I just want to inform the viewers before we forget and go too into spoilers on our rating system. Okay, our rating system for this is 13 doctors. That's
fair. So just a few more things.
Go right ahead.
I did not expect the Daleks to have such an advantage so quickly. I thought that was a good surprise. It's like at the end, it's like you think everything's going good, and then everyone has a Dalek head coming out of their faces, and just I don't know, just the town cult. I thought it was just. It's not what I expect. I'll say something that this episode was not what I expected. I was expecting it to be a little more in ruins because we saw the city in ruins, and I keep forgetting that something happens to lead it to be in ruins. It never is just in ruins, you know?
Yeah. I'm confused, not by what you're saying, but as a nerd, I am a nerd. I'm a Whovian. I thought the Doctor was supposed to die at Trenzalore. His grave was the TARDIS.
I don't think there was a body.
There wasn't. That's why I'm confused. Does he go back to Trenzalore / Christmas and die or?
He has gone back in time to Trenzalore. What we saw was the future.
Yeah, I it's kind of confusing, but maybe they'll.
Timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly.
Yeah, wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey.
I have no idea where he gets that from.
Anything else of note you want to mention?
Matt Smith's speech at the end. Again, this is a spoiler, but Matt Smith says at the end, and this just hit me so hard that. And I was saying to my aunt just before I was watching it that there will always be a Doctor and there will always be a TARDIS, no matter what happens. That's just my philosophy. There will always be a Doctor and there will always be a TARDIS. And even Matt Smith says, whatever happens to me, I will always be who I am. I will always have my memories. I will always know what I've said, who I've seen, what I've done. And that will never go away. And of course, at the end, Peter Capaldi asks the question, "Excuse me, but do you know how to fly this thing?"
I love that. I was laughing so hard.
Yeah, I was in shock because my aunt was just suggesting that what if there was an episode where the Doctor forgets everything about who he was. And as soon as she said, I was saying, "You were right. You were right." So we're not only are we going to get an episode, we might get a whole season about that. I'm not saying the Doctor will never recover his memories. I am saying, well, my superstition is because the Doctor, a Time Lord, is supposed to live 12 lives. He has lived 12 lives, and this, I think, because he has been given a 13th life.
He's been given a whole new regenerative cycle.
I know. Whole new. Wait, 12 more?
Yeah.
I was under the impression he was just given one more regeneration.
No, he's been given a whole new cycle.
So he's living a whole new life.
Yep.
Okay, how come he's not a kid?
Because he's the doctor.
I think it would be funny if we had a child doctor.
Bow ties are cool.
Or like Dakota Fanning is the doctor.
She's old now.
No, she's my age.
Well, she can play a kid doctor.
Or what's his? We could have. What was his name? Who played that smart kid in David Tennant's one who died? The one who attacked by being from the one that Stacks is the potato head guys.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I can't remember his name.
But I think it would have been interesting if he had been the next doctor. I think we should have had a younger doctor.
I disagree with you on that. Because Matt Smith was the youngest Doctor Who has had.
William Hartnell was the oldest.
Yeah.
So it started again.
Yeah.
I'm just realizing. I'm sorry, people. I was under the impression that he was given one more regeneration.
No. It was stated he was given a whole new regenerative cycle.
Yeah. So that means everything that he was in the Doctor life may change. He may become something else entirely.
Mm-hmm.
What we hope, and of course every Whovian, I know every Whovian hopes, he will not become the warrior. He will not he will not like what River sung, like that in some places the Doctor means a warrior, a soldier. We all hope that he does not become that, but we don't know what's to come.
Yeah, well, I can't lie to you people, even though I loved this episode, I loved the nakedness where it was just like a hologram projected into Clara's eyes.
That was fun. Just everybody's reaction. Can we play Twister now?
No, we can play Twister now.
Yeah.
Pervy grandma.
Why are your grandparents always so dirty?
Yeah. This episode was really mean to Clara, I thought.
Yeah.
But
every companion's been abandoned at some point.
Yeah. The thing with Peter Capaldi, I think Peter Capaldi is going to be fun.
Yeah, I think he is. The fact that we don't know, and I think what's also going to be fun about him, he's unpredictable. The Doctor always is unpredictable, but he knows nothing about himself. He knows nothing of his tools. He'll probably know nothing of his tools, what a screwdriver does. What the TARDIS probably won't even recognize him.
Yeah.
And just to see him drifting, he probably don't know he's a Time Lord and all such, but just like him trying to come to terms with what's going on, I think will be fun. Like even he won't, because we've been so used to like a Sherlock Holmes doctor, who knows everything, who's seen everything.
Mm-hmm.
We are finally going to be. The audience is going to be the Doctor.
Yeah.
The audience will be the Doctor. He'll be in these scenarios. We don't know what's going on. He doesn't know what's going on. It'll be a fun ride, I think.
Yeah, I really wish this we've talked about a few things that we liked and disliked. I liked the truth filter. I thought that was a really fun idea.
Yeah. I wish there was some truth filter. At least we could settle politics by this way.
Yeah. However, I'm sorry, I didn't like Peter Capaldi's entrance. I liked his lines. I liked his, I have new kidneys, and how do you fly this thing? But you didn't get a real good idea of his character.
We do understand that he is new. He's. I think that's kind of a hook. That we know there's something new about him. There's something brand new, like a newborn baby about him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's going to be a fun ride.
Yeah. I just hope he is a badass doctor.
He could be. He may use a gun, for all we know.
I mean, the thing is, when he showed his eyes in the 50th anniversary special, they were fierce. They were like, I'm gonna ram my TARDIS into the dark ships and take them all down one by one.
And maybe that's what will become of him. We don't know what's happened to him. He may become a warlike doctor. He may become a warrior. Something is going to happen that will turn him into the doctor we saw in the special.
Mm-hmm.
And I am excited to see what events will unfold that causes him to become that.
Well, the thing is, I don't believe that, he's not going to remember everything like you think he might.
Yeah.
If I'm proven wrong, I'm still probably going to love it. But I think his body is just trying to get used to these new regenerative cycles.
Yeah.
Like, he was going to die, and now, so he's just kind of been reset temporarily.
Right.
So, let's give our rating. I know I haven't talked a lot about in this one, but, Quinn has really talked about the points I wanted to talk about.
My rating, just the ending was great. It wasn't dragged out. Like, I'm not going to say that David Tennant's needed to be dragged out because he was one of the most beloved doctors there's ever been.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say that this 13.
Okay. I'm going to give it 13 also. Tell you the truth, I think this should have been maybe a 2-part special, like the End of Time was.
I thought it should have been a whole feature-length movie, 2 hours,
Yeah, me too. But, I love it. It's Doctor Who and Peter Capaldi!
Peter Capaldi, good luck to you, man. Everyone's, no pressure, but everyone's counting on you.
Yeah. Well, the thing is with Peter Capaldi is he seems like a fun guy.
Yeah, and hopefully you're going to bring a whole new thing to the Doctor. Everyone has their mark, and we're excited to see what yours is going to be.
Yep. So this is Kamen Rider Fire signing off. And that is Quinsby. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.